ओम ज्ञानतिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णा प्रेम प्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्णा चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य तोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थे सुविघ्नेश्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदायादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया। मनश्च भद्रं भजतादधोक्षजे आवेश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहैतुकी। Reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 69, verse number 19. So in this chapter, Sri Sukadeva Goswami is describing visit of Sri Narada to Dwarka, because he has heard Krishna marrying 16,000 wives simultaneously in different places at the same time. So this was quite amazing for him to hear that. Therefore he wanted to come and witness that how Bhagavan Krishna has manifested his Yoga Maya to do this extraordinary feat. So we saw that he went to his first house of Rukmani, where he was playing. He was sitting on the bed and Rukmani was fanning him. So when he saw Narada Muni, he jumped and he worshipped him, he washed his feet, and then prayed to him, recited prayers, and they spoke. So then he continues. Now Narada goes to the next house. Tato anyada vishad Krishna patnyaha sa Narada Yogeshwareshwarasyanga Yogamaya vivitsaya. So then Sri Narada entered into another house, Satyabhama, palace of Satyabhama, because he wanted to see the Yogamaya of Sri Yogeshwareshwara. So Krishna is called here as not Yogeshwara but Yogeshwara, Ishvara, the master of those who are master of the yogas. And his interest was Yogamaya Vivitsaya. So with a desire to know how Krishna's Yogamaya is manifest. सत्यम प्रभु क्या है आपका?
This is a good question regarding this expansion of Krishna with his wives and expansion of Krishna during the rasa dance. I think they are called Prakash and Vilasa. So what is the major difference between these two?
No, it's all Prakasa only. Where is it said it is Vilas?
It's one of the, I don't have the reference now, but one of the, I think, Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhus, that is a Vilasa, this is the Prakash or something.
I think you should check.
So these are all Prakash's expansion basically.
Yeah.
So what are the Vilasa expansion then? I think here also are Vilasa expansion.
Vilasa is like Balram is Vilas.
Oh, okay.
Vilasa is, Prakasas are same. Prakasas are like you stand in front of mirror. Vilasa is little different in appearance.
So both have the same potency then basically, or there is also difference between potencies?
Yeah, there is difference.
Okay. Thank you.
So Vivitsaya Uplambha Ichchaya. So Vivitsaya means desire to know. Uplambha. Divyantam akshaistatrapi priyaya cha uddhavena cha pujitah pariya bhaktya pratyutthanasanadibhi. So there also he saw that Krishna was there with his wife and he was playing the game of dice. And Uddhava was also there. In the previous one there was no Uddhava. So Uddhava was also sitting nearby and they were all playing with the dice. And Krishna again did the same thing. He stood up, he worshipped him with devotion, gave him the seat to sit down, that arghya, etc. Same process. He does not give the detail because we already know that. So tatra Satyabhama Grihe Akshay Divyantam Tam Dadarsha. So he says that this was Satyabhama because previously was Rukmani. So there he saw him playing. Prishtasya avidushe vasau kadayato bhavaniti kriyate kimnu purnanam apurnailasmadadibhi. So there also he asked the same question as before, and he spoke as if he is ignorant, means he already met him in the other place, but he is behaving that this is the first time he is seeing him. So therefore he says, Puja Prishtasya Avidusha Eva Asau. So Avidusha means not knowing. Means at every place he is like seeing him and receives him as fresh. Not that, oh no, I just saw you there, so now I don't need to worship you or anything. So he did that. And he asked him, when did you come? Kada ayato bhavaniti? When did you arrive? Kriyate kimnu purnanam apurnailasmadadivi. He says, you are a perfected being, and what purpose do you have to achieve from us who are imperfect? So Krishna is calling himself as Apurna, and Narada is Purna. So yes, you have nothing to achieve from us. You come here, meaning you are coming here only to give your blessing to us. Otherwise, what else can be the purpose of your arrival here? No comment. Athapi bruhi no brahman janme tachobhanam kuru sato vismita utthaya tushni manya dadad griham. And he says, although you are perfect and you have nothing to gain from us, still you have come here to make our life successful. He says, now we feel perfected since you have come. So, athapi bruhi no brahman janme tachobhanam kuru. And Narada was astonished to hear all this, because he is saying, what just now I talked to you, and now you are saying all these things. So he says, Tushni Manyat, he stood up, did not say anything, and then went to the other house. So Narada did not say anything because Krishna is manifesting his Yogamaya, so he's like every house is new. That is how he is. When he is with one queen and another, so when he is with one, he is there only. He is not thinking, I am there also. And when he is the other one, he is not thinking, I am elsewhere. So therefore, when Narada comes, for him he is a new person. But Narada is saying, what is this? I just went and now he is asking all this. So he didn't say anything. Because Narada is Narada. It's not that Narada was there also and Narada is here also. It is same Narada. So therefore, Tushnim Sthita Naradam Ati Vismita Pratyaha Thapiti. So Narada was silent and very astonished to whom he spoke. So now in the upcoming slokas, he is not giving all this detail that he went to next house and then Krishna met him. He is just showing how Narada went to so many different palaces and what all he saw in different places. Because in each place Krishna was doing something different. So that's all he will now say. All other details are not mentioned. So tatrapi achashta govindam lalayantam sutan chishun tato anyasmin grihe pashyan majnaya krite uddimam. So he went to the next one and there he saw that Krishna was playing with his small children. They were in his lap and he is playing with them. And then he went to another one and there Krishna was getting ready to take bath. So he is seeing all this. So tatrapi achashta apashyat. Achashta means he saw. Iti tatraiva griheshu praya Krishna kartrik puja stutyadikam geyam. So he says that everywhere you should understand that in each house, wherever he went, Krishna worshipped him. Because as far as Krishna is concerned, he has not seen him. And Narada does not know this. Narada thinks that why is he doing this? I just saw him. But no, this Krishna here is different. This is the meaning of Kaya view, that is not Kaya view. So that's why Krishna Kartik Puja Stutyadikam Gayam says it should be understood that Krishna is receiving Narada as if he has not seen him before. Apashyaditi eva kriyata pareshu api sardha chaturdas lokeshu anuvartaniya. Therefore this verb achaste or apashyat he saw, this has to be applied to 14 and a half slokas in the following 14 and a half slokas, because everywhere he goes to different house and he sees. So that will not be described. Atra ekasya Krishna vapusho yatha bahun prakashan abhiman bhed kriya bhed samhita napashyate ekasham eva uddhavadi vapushamapi bahun prakashan kincha ekasmineva chane manovegena pratyekam षोडश गृहान गतो मुनि पृथक पृथक काल भेदान क्रिया भेदान च पश्यत इति एकः क्षणं मध्यमेव षष्टि घटिकं कालं पृथक पृथक स्थले प्रातरादि स्वभागांस्तदुचित क्रिया भेद सहितान प्रकाशयन् प्रविशत इतः ततः प्रातरादि कालिना कानामपि षष्टि घटिकानां क्रियाणामपि सर्वकालवर्तित्वं मुनिर्ज्ञातवान् इति गेयम् मज्जना इति प्रातः समयो व्यञ्जितः. So he was getting ready for taking bath, means this was morning time. Now he is saying something interesting. He says that Krishna, although he has one body, he is only one person. It is very difficult to understand. But he was different in every place. And yet it is one form. So this is beyond logic. This is what you are saying. How can be? He is in different places, different body, and he doesn't know what happened there. So how it is one? So it is still one body. But there are many prakashas of this one form. And each prakasha has got abhinaman bhed, means different sense of identity. And because his abhiman is according to the queen with whom he is dealing, so whatever is the mood of the queen, then he behaves exactly like that. So if one queen is like Vama, then he behaves how to behave with Vama. Other is Dakshina, like that. And then with different varieties are there. So correspondingly he has, and is fixed with that queen, that his personality is like that. So this is the Abhiman Bhed. And then Kriya Bhed, and then correspondingly his activities will be different, because your activities depend on your Abhiman. So if your Abhiman is different, your Kriyas are also different. And apashyat, he saw, ekasham eva uddhavadi vapusham api bahu prakasham. And similarly, Uddhava is all the one person, but he may have seen Uddhava also in many, many houses. So there are also prakashas. So it is not only that Krishna has prakashas, but all other people also who are doing their activities with Krishna in different houses, they also have their prakashas. It's like when Krishna married 16,000 queens. So he was in 16,000 houses simultaneously, but it's not that he was the only one. Balaram was also there, his brother is getting married, Uddhava is there, his parents are there. So that means they also had 16,000 Balaram, 16,000 Vasudeva, Devaki, Uddhava, so on. So in every palace, every place where marriage was happening, full number of relatives were present there, whether Ugrasena and other. And maybe some of his sons were there already. Father's marriage attending. So they're also dressed nicely.
In this small question I have is with the parikars like this, they are also having multiple prakashas. But then suppose, let's say in the prakasha where Rukmini is getting married, they witness the marriage. And then in the prakasha where Satyabhama is getting married also they witness, but there are two different abhimanas here. But at some point that abhimana prakasha and this abhimana prakasha should also know that he is married to Rukmini and Satyabhama. Otherwise they will not speak like he has 16,000 queens.
No, who?
The parikars.
Yeah.
So this mixing of samskara, where it is happening, I don't know.
No, they don't have Abhiman Bhed. Abhiman Bhed is Krishna's, because it is he who is dealing with them. They don't have to directly deal with they are dealing with Krishna. And even if they have, doesn't matter because it's only prakasha.
Okay, so then we can also say that the prakasha where they have the samskara of all the
It's
queens.
like Krishna, as Krishna knows that he is married to 16,000.
Yeah, that's what I was also.
So they also know in the same way.
No, that's what I'm thinking. Because if they have different abhimanas like that at some point somewhere, because when he talks.
When they go to assembly, they are only one.
Oh, okay. Okay, so everything is mixing. Because I was thinking this prakat, when Krishna merges with aprakat, then Jiva Goswami says all the samskaras are carried forth. So here in this case, it would be like when he comes to Sabha or something. Then.
Yeah, then there is only one Uddhava, one Balaram, one Krishna. There are not many.
Yeah, so again when they split from that and go, then again this.
Yeah. As is needed. So therefore he says, Ekesham eva uddhavadi vapusham api bahun prakasham. Now that is Krishna's prakasha. Now he is talking about anything more interesting. This is like prakasha of the time. That Narada, now imagine Narada going to 16,000 houses. He cannot go in one day. Right? Even if it takes 2 minutes, it will take 32,000 minutes. How many hours is that? Multiply by 60. So something like 5,000 hours or something. Okay. So now that is a lot of time. That will pass into months. Right? So therefore he says now the time prakasha. He says that actually in one moment only he witnessed in all the places. So that means Narada also got his own prakasha now. Otherwise how is that? Because he says that kincha ekasmineva kshane manovegena pratyakam. No, he is not making prakasha of Narada. He says he was going with the speed of mind. And yet at the same time, he is spending time everywhere. So this is very difficult again to accommodate logically. How is this possible? So he says, manovegena pratyekam shodashyasa grihan gato muni. So he went to different houses and he witnessed all the 16,000 houses, and at the same time he actually witnessed Krishna's different activities at different times of the day. Not that he went and then he saw all the things happening in the morning, no. Somewhere he is morning time, somewhere lunch time, evening time, in between time, whole day. All the 64 ghatikas, night time, early morning time. Probably went, he's just sleeping, nothing much. So therefore he says, prithak prithak kal bhedena kriya bhedanscha pashyat. So he saw Krishna in different houses at different times, performing different activities, but at the same time everything in one day only. So this is difficult to imagine. Kriya bhedanscha pashyaditi ekam kshanmadhyameva shashti ghatikam kalam prithak prithak sthale prataradi subhagan taduchit kriya bhed sahitan prakashin pravishaditi. So therefore he says that at one moment only he saw the activities of the 24 hours and he saw them at different places. So means at different places the time was not same. Although he is moving at the same time, but he is seeing that somewhere it is morning, next he goes, it's like 2 hours later. So different time. It's not beyond time, it's within time only. Beyond time, I don't know what beyond time will be. It's within time, but different time. So prataradi kalanam api shashti ghatikānām kriyanām api sarvkālavartitvam munir gyātvan. So he says, therefore we should understand that the sage, he could witness all the activities which Krishna performs, what you call as the Ashtakalin Leela. So Narada Rishi saw the Ashtakalin Leela of Krishna. This is the seed of Ashtakalin Leela Smarana. Just like the devotee is sitting in one place and one time he is imagining the different activities. So Narada is actually not imagining but seeing it. So Narada's time is different and their time is different. So therefore he came to know Sarvakala Vartitvam Munir Gyatvam. So he could have the experience of all the activities, all the day activities and night activities of the sage. This is the meaning. And now in the coming verses, some of these activities are being described. Juvantam cha vitan agnin yajantam panchabhir makhaihi bhojayantam dujan kwapi bhunjanam avisheshitam. So somewhere he saw that Krishna was doing the yajna in the fire, worshipping the fire with the 5 types of yajnas, so that Devrin, Rishirin, all that. And then he was feeding the Brahmanas after doing the yajna, and he was also accepting the remnants himself. Yagyashesh book. Kvachid Vitanagni Avaniya Dagi. Vitanagni here means the Avaniya. So there are 3 types of fire: Avaniya, Dakshinagni. So Garastya. So he saw that he was doing Agnihotra. Agnihotrena Juvantamiti Purvanakam Panchbhir Makhair. So this is the activity which is done in the early morning. 5 types of yajna, Patho Homascha Tithinam Saparya Tarpanam Bali. So these are the 5 Mahayajnas. You do the Stuti part, you do the Homa, then you feed the guest, then you do the Puja, and you do the Tarpana of the Devas and offer the Bali in the fire. So Tarpana is for the forefathers, Bali is for the Devas, Saparya probably for the sages, and then Homa. So Yajantam Panch Mahayagya Yajantam iti Madhyanya Bhojayantam Bhunjanam iti Aparanna. So Panch Mahayagya Yajantam is noon time, then Bhojayant Madhyanya Bhojayantam. This is the Madhyanya, feeding the Brahmanas. And Bhunjanam, it is afternoon. Itihas Puranabhyam Shasht Saptam Kau Nayed iti Smrite. Then he will also listen to the reading of Itihas and Puranas. That is in the evening time. This is said in this Smriti that you should spend your evening time by listening to the Itihas and Purana. Then Ekatra cha Shri Charmabhyam Charantamasi Vartmasu Nukwapi Sandhyam Upasinam Japantam Brahmaya Vagayatam Ekatra cha Shri Charmabhyam Charantamasi Vartmasu. Somewhere he saw that Krishna was performing his Sandhya Vandanam, sitting down and chanting the Gayatri Mantra with controlled speech. So means he was doing Manas Japa, Vagyatam, not chanting loudly, walking around. And Ekatra Chasi Charmabhyam, another place he saw that Krishna was practicing fighting with sword and armor. And Charantamasi Vartmasu, and playing various movements of the sword. No comment on this. Then Ashvair Gajair Rathai Kwapi Vicharantam Gadagrajam Kochit Shayanam Paryanke Stuimanam Cha Vandevi. Sometimes he saw that he was going on horse or with the elephant chariot, going here and there, the elder brother of Gada. Somewhere he saw that he was sleeping, means it was quite early morning, he has not woken up. And the Brahmanas were reciting prayers, as is the custom. And they come and recite prayers to wake up the king. Mantriyantam cha kasminchit mantribhischa uddhavadibhi jal kridaratam kwapi var mukhya balamritam. And in some palace he saw that Krishna was having an assembly, consultation with his minister like Uddhava, etc. Whether they have to plan some fight or somebody is planning to attack them, what is to be done, like that, whatever royal duties he was performing. In another palace he was in the swimming pool, playing with young girls, splashing water. So he was doing that also. It's very good, especially for the summer time, especially when there is no electricity. So Kamala wants to build a swimming pool here. It will be good in the summer. So, kutrachit duja mukhyabhyo dadatam gam swalankritaha itihasa puranani shrinuvantam mangalani cha. Somewhere he saw that he was offering charity of cows to best of the Brahmanas. So that also must be morning time. And somewhere he saw that itihas puranani shrinuvantam mangalani cha, that he was listening to the recitation of the itihasa and Purana. That is in the evening time. So it is interesting that itihas Purana were there in time of Krishna also. So he also listened to them. Hasantam has kathaya kadachit priyaya grihe kwapi dharmam sevamanam arthakam cha kutrachit. And in some house he was telling jokes, so he also knows some jokes, and he was making his wife laugh. Santam has kathaya priyaya grihe. In another place he was relishing artha and kama, so means how to increase the wealth, what should be done that, kama, purchasing Amazon.com, etc. So that is also has to be there. So Hasya Kathaya iti Nishit Samaya. So Hasya Katha is Nishit Samaya, means evening time. Dharma Artha Kama iti Din Ratri. Dharma Artha Kama, these are day and night, it could be any time. Kwapi dhyayantam ekam asinam purusham prakrite param shushrusantam gurun kwapi kamir bhogai saparyaya. In another place he was sitting down and he was meditating on the Supreme Person which is beyond Purusha. Purusha who is beyond Prakriti. Purusham prakrite param. So he was also meditating on whom? On Vishnu. So he is a Vishnu Bhakta. And another place he was doing service to the Gurus like Sandipni Muni. Sandipni Muni is not there, but Garga Muni. Sandipni Muni is in Madhya Pradesh in his ashram. Or the elder people like Ugrasena or Vasudeva, his parents. So Kwapi Kamair Bhogi Saparyaya, offering them objects of their need, Kamair Bhogi, some food, some drinks, cool drink, ice cream, etc. So whatever is needed. Kurvantam vigrahai kaishit sandhim chanyatra keshavam kutrapi sah ramena chintayantam satam shivam. Somewhere he was fighting with somebody. Another place he was making truce, peace, sandhi. Another place he was sitting with Balram and thinking Satam Shivam, how to do welfare to the devotees. How can we make devotees happy? So he was deliberating with Balram. So dhyantam iti Brahma Muhurta. That is Brahma Muhurta time when he is meditating on Purusha. Then Putranam Duhitrinam Chakale Vidhi Yapanam Darai Varais Tat Sadrishai Kalpayantam Vibhutibhi. Then he was also making arrangements to get his sons and daughters married when it was proper time for them, to find suitable husband which matched them. So matchmaking also he was doing, matchmaking.com. So he says that he found good suitable husband for the daughters and suitable wives for the sons, and kalpayantam vibhutibhi. So he did everything with great pomp and show, so that nobody feels that, oh, my marriage, my father, he did not make good arrangement. There was no, what you call, firecrackers, no music, no dancing, nothing. So he did all types of arrangement for all of them, everybody happy. Prasthapana upanayanairapatyanam mahotsavan viksha yogeshwarishasya yesham loka visismire. Then he also made big festivals for the children, because when daughter is married, then she is sent off to father-in-law's house. Then it is not that you just send her off, you also bring her back on different occasions, like Raksha Bandhan, etc., Bhai Dooj, when the sister ties to the brother's hand for protection. So all these festivals, different festivals are there. So then the daughters were also brought to the house, and when they were brought to the house, there were big celebrations, big festival. It was not just that they were brought Mahotsavan. And seeing these festivals, Loka Visismire, that the people in general, they were astonished, because so many daughters. For them, he's saying, what is it? All the time he's busy, now this daughter is coming, the other one is going. And then everywhere they see him, and he said, we just saw him there, now he's here. So it was very confusing to them. So people of Dwarka, they also understood that he has some very special power, Yogeshwara, he says. Yajantam saklan devan kwapi kratu bhirurjitaihi purtyantam kochid dharmam kuparam mathadivihi. And somewhere he was doing the worship of the devas by doing yagyas, kratubhi, and yagya also very opulent, urjitai. Somewhere he was doing purta. So this is called ishtapurta. This part of the dharma. Ishtapurta is also part of the dharma. So ishta means doing all these yagyas to please the devas. And purta means to do social welfare activities, making gardens, fruit gardens. So previously people used to plant fruit trees so that anyone can take those fruits. Like in Germany, we saw that when people get married, they plant an apple tree on the roadside somewhere. So anyone can go and pick up those apples when apples are there. We also used to pick up those, right, Sujani, you remember? So we will go and pick up a lot of apples and make apple chutney, apple juice. but this only in Germany, not in Spain. So this is called Purta. So Krishna was also doing, he was also planting fruit trees, also digging wells for people to have sweet water, and sitting places for the travelers. They get tired so they can relax. Like in the West, on the highway side, they make places where you can take off, sit down, have your lunch, then move on. So this is called Kuparam. He also built matha, ashramas, for sadhus to live. So Kuparam Matha Devi. So many activities he performed like that. So Vidhina Upyapnam Prapnam Vivaham Ityartha. So this is commentary on Sloka 32, that he performed proper marriages for the daughters. Kalpyantam Karyantam. Kalpyantam means making it happen. Vibhuti bhir bahu sambhare. Vibhuti means with great pomp and show. Varsikotsav samaptau prasthapanam. Duhitri jamatri denam swagrihat tadgriha prapanam. So at the end of the festival, then sending them back to the father-in-law's house from one's own house, Krishna's house. Utsavarambe upanenam, when it is time for festival, then bringing them. Tadgrihat punar anenam. Tair mahotsavan kalpayantam, and in this way making big festival. So you can imagine now how wonderful it would have been, because now these days it is very difficult for people to imagine when their families are very scattered, 2-3 people. Imagine so many people in the family, how much joking, fun, playing, talking, and everybody has something to say. How is your husband and your children? What is the custom there? What kind of food you eat? What do you cook for the breakfast? Right? Because they are married in different places, different kingdoms. So there are different customs, so many things to question and relate to each other. So big merrymaking. You don't have to go somewhere else to make party, The house itself is a party. So many people are already there. Where do you go? So that's why it is called Mahotsava. And Kvachit Devan Yajantamiti Chaitradi Chaturmaseva. So he says he was also worshipping Devas. So he says, what is this worship of Devas? So he says it could be in the month of Chaitra, which is April, around April, May. And Chaturmas. So he worship. And Vishnu goes, Devas go to sleep. So you worship, then you have to wake them up. Punya Kale Kochid Yugadav Purtiyantam. So there are also festival when there is a beginning of the Yuga. Right? There are some days come where they do Parikrama of Vrindavan and Mathura together, because this is beginning of Treta Yuga and so on. So there are festivals like that. Purtiyantam Purtataya Sampadyantam. Purtiyata is that Purta is same, making ashramas, dharmshalas, digging wells, gardens and so on. Then verse number 35. Charantam Rigyam Kvapi Hayamaruya Sandhavam Ghanantam Tatah Pashun Medhyan Paritam Yadupungavaihi. Then sometimes he will go for hunting, riding on a horse which came from Afghanistan or Pakistan area, that is Sindhu Desh. So this place was famous for horses. And Gnantam Tata Pashun Medhyan Paritam Yadupangavai, and then surrounded by Yadavas, when he went for hunting, he will also catch animals which were used for the yagya. Medhya means suitable for the yagya. So Charantam Sandhavam Sindhu Desho Udbhavam. Sandhavam, the word Sandhavam has two meanings, two popular meaning. One is the salt. You get that pink salt. So pink salt is also called Sandhavam because it comes from the Sindhu. Because they say that Himalaya was in the ocean before or somewhere. That's why it's called Sindhu. Because the word Sindhu also means ocean. And the word Hindu comes from Sindhu. So there was an ocean before, and now that ocean dried, so salt came. That's why you have salt mines in that area. Pakistan, Lahore. It's called Lahori salt. You have heard of Lahori namak? हाँ, सेंधा को लाहौरी नमक भी कहते हैं. Just change S into H. If you change S into H, it will become Hindu. So some people pronounce S as H. The people from Iran. So they say it is Hindu. Like you say hexagon, heptagon. It's actually septagon. And it is from 6. Sexagon is a hexa. And 7th, sapta. Right? Sanskrit sapta, 7. And they say it is heptagon. So why hepta and not septa? Because S becomes H. So therefore Sindhu becomes Hindu. So Prakriti Su Amatya Pureshu Nijantam Puradishu Cha Tattad Bhāgavata. This is next one. So now this is very interesting. Krishna will also change his dress. Avyakta Lingam Prakritishu Antahapura Grihadishu Kvachit Charantam Yogesham Tattad Bhāgavatsaya. So Narada saw this also, that Krishna will change his dress at night or even daytime, and he will go around in his kingdom to understand the feeling of people. Are they happy? Do they have some problem? Are they criticizing the king that he is not doing good, he should do this, he should do that? These days you don't have to do that. You can just go to on YouTube. So many people are already attacking. But previously when YouTube was not there, then the kings used to do that. That sometimes they will go themselves, they will dress differently like a sadhu, like a beggar, and go to villages and talk to people and then ask them, so what do you think of the king? Is he ruling properly or not? So then people will come up with their bhav. That's why it says that tattad bhav bubutsaya, trying to understand their bhava means their heart's feeling, because then they will speak openly. So that's why they will do. Antapura Grihadisu, they will also go to the palace and talk to the ladies there, what they think, what is the problem going on here. Because the ladies may complain also against the king, that he is not doing like this, he should do like that. To the town, to the cities, Kvachit Charantam Yogesham. So Narada saw this also, means he recognized this is Krishna. And sometimes Krishna will dress like a girl also, and then go out. So that's what he was doing. Prakritishu amatya pureshu nija anta puradishu cha. So Prakritishu means he will go to the residence of his ministers. and talk to them. So the ministers will tell how the king is doing. Or he will also go to his own palaces and speak there. Tattad bhav bubutsaya tatratya jananam abhiprayan gyatum. So why? Because he wanted to understand the intention, feelings of these people about the king, about things in general. Avyakta lingam veshantarena achannam. Avyakta lingam means that being hidden in a different type of dress, not as Krishna. Yogesham sarvagyam api iti premmaya lila saktya eva sarvagyata shaktir achadnam iti bhava. So Yogesham is described here that also he is Yogesha, means he is the master of yoga, which means he is omniscient, he knows everything, and yet his Leela Shakti will cover him so that he is eager to know what is happening. Otherwise, if he already knows, why he has to do that? अथोवाच ऋषिकेशं नारद प्रहसन्निव योगमायोदं वीक्ष्य मानुषीं यशोगतिम्. So when Narada saw Krishna like this, then he spoke to him while laughing, because he says, what are you doing? So atha uvacha Rishikesham Narada prasanneva. As if laughing, he spoke to Rishikesha. Yoga maya udayam vikshya manushim yasogatim. He saw Krishna's yoga maya, but although Krishna was performing his human-like pastime. So prahasanniva iti sarvagyatvepi bhubutsa drishtya prahasa. So why Narada was laughing? He says that Krishna is omniscient, he knows everything, and still he is going around as if he does not know. So that's why he was laughing. Iva iti ashvarya drishtya sankochat samvaran mudracha. The word iva, as if laughing, he was not really laughing. So this is to show that he was trying to hide his ashvarya, means Narada was trying to also hide that samvarana mudra, that no, I don't know. Manusim gatim yusha sviya manushya krida vishtasyapi yog maya udayam vikshati vismayo vinjita. So he says, even when Krishna was performing his human-like pastime, still because of the yoga maya, he was manifesting this play. So Narada was very surprised or astonished to see how Yoga Maya was working. And then he spoke like this, Vidama Yoga Mayaste Durdarsha Api Mayinam Yogeshwar Atman Nirbhata Bhavat Pada Nishevaya. So he says that, the Lord, may we understand your Yoga Maya, which is very difficult to know even to people who are the great master of Maya, such as Shiva and Brahma. And Yogeshwar Atman Nirbhata, O Yogeshwar, O Supreme Immanent Being, by service to your lotus feet, your Maya or Yoga Maya has become manifest to me, or it has revealed to me that this is all play of your Yoga Maya. In other words, it says that it is not easy to understand what you are doing, but somehow by grace of devotion, I am getting a glimpse of it. Bhavata pada nishevaya vidame vedame prarthanayam lota. Or the meaning is that by the power of your devotion, may we understand your Yoga Maya. This is a prayer. Sakshad anubhavitum prarthya metyartha. In other words, he is praying to have a direct experience of his Yoga Maya. Nanu yusmad vidhai sarvagyahi kim durvedyam. If Krishna says that what is unknown to people like you, who are omniscient, who are sarvagya, What is that I have to bless you to know this? You know everything. Tatra hai yoginam api. So then he says, yoginam api yogi bhi Sri Rudradrai rapi durdarsha. So he says that even great yogis like Shiva, they cannot understand your yoga maya. So therefore Shiva also came to fight with you. In another time he blessed Sudakshina that yes, you can do yajna to kill Krishna. So he says your yoga maya is like that even the great people get bewildered by it. Even they are unable to see it. So drashtumapi ashakya kuto anubhavitum. So they cannot see it, what to speak of understanding it, having a direct experience of it. Kutastaram kartum iti bhava. And then where is the possibility that they can perform the feat or the activities which you are doing by your yoga maya? He Yogeshwar, Atman, Atmani Tvayi Eva Nirbhata. So he is calling him as Yogeshwara, means you are the master of the yoga and you are the Atma. So Atma he takes here as the seventh case, that this yoga maya is manifest only in you, and it is only by your grace that someone can understand it. Otherwise it is not possible that someone can know it. Anujani mam deva lokanste yashaplutan paretami tavodgayan lilam bhuvana pavanim. So he is saying that please bless me, O Lord, that I wander through the various planetary system, Lokan, Yassa, Plutan, while singing your pastimes which are purifying to the three worlds, Tavod Gayan, Leelam, Bhuvan Pavanim, Yassa, Plutan, Lokan, and all the lokas, planets which are submerged in your glory. In other words, I want that I go around and sing your pastimes which I have experienced here, and in this way people will become purified by hearing these wonderful leelas. Taveta adbhut leela drishtva dhairyam kartum na shaknomi. Says that after seeing your wonderful pastimes which I just saw, I am unable to contain myself. I am overwhelmed by this. Atah sveshta mitra bandhubhyo nana digdesvartibhyo vyaktum yami. So he says, therefore, I want to go around and meet my friends and people whom I know in different directions, so that I can also recite these pastimes to them. It's like if you come to know something good, something wonderful, then you want to tell this to people whom you know. So Narada is also very excited like that by seeing these great wonderful activities. So he says, please allow me to travel in different directions and sing your glories. So we'll stop here, then Krishna will speak to him. If there is any question, otherwise we stop.
This he will give an example that Krishna is praying Vishnu So in this situation I was thinking, I mean in Prakat Leela, because there are people of this prapancha, then as an example he can do. But what is the purpose of this Leela other than it being Nitya in the Aprakat?
This prakat and aprakat.
Yeah, I mean,
It's from our point of view.
Yeah.
From his point of view, it is his Leela.
Yeah, but then the direct question will come: what is the purpose within the
Purpose
rasa?
is same. Yadedacharti sreshta tattadeva vitarajana.
So in that sense, we will say that the samskara
Because
of the
his
Prakat
Leela
is
is, if when it is aprakat here, it is prakat somewhere. So people of that place will know. It's not that he is aprakat everywhere.
Yeah. So it is just the samskara for why he is doing in Prakat is just carried forward.
Okay.